Hey, peace world. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. My name is Wood. Please consider becoming a subscriber to the channel. And if you like the way that any of this information is being broken down, discussed, previewed, analyzed, recap, presented, do me a favor and hit the like button. It helps out more than you could know, and just takes a fraction of a second. Look, getting into some bite down boxing coverage. Tonight's Showtime boxing or Showtime Championship boxing made its return at the Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. Fairly decent fight, fairly exciting fight. I'm hoping that I'm hoping that that is well received. I'm not gonna hold you up. I do want to invite you to check out my fight recap or fight write up over at bitedownboxing.com. I'll have everything there. At the end of this, I have some audio with me and the brand new WBO super bantamweight champion Angelo Leo. I was able to get a couple of questions in the post fight press conference. I'll give you a quick recap. In the opener, hell of a fight. Super exciting conclusion if you saw the left hook from Houston's Joe George that completely just knocked the hell out of Marcos Escudero, who was having a lot of success. I would like to have seen George fight a little better, not fight off the back foot so much. He stayed shelled up in his defense, and a lot of times the commentators, they say those left hooks to the body are landing. Sometimes that's catching the bottom of the elbow. They're not always that clean, and that's what Escudero was doing. A lot of his shots of his left hooks up top weren't necessarily getting through, or it was difficult to tell whether or not they were getting through. And you saw that he grew somewhat frustrated and very repetitive in his attacks. And I think that led to his demise, because without getting those clean, even though when he went to go to get the angles and whatnot, he still wasn't getting George to open up and leave openings for solid exchanges. And on that particular situation, I mean, the ending there in the 10th round, George kind of did something that he hadn't done all night when he stepped out and then stepped back in to throw the right hand and then quickly regrouped. It was almost like Jamal Charlo's uppercut against J-Rock, Julian Williams, that got the knockdown. But just a beautiful punch, just explosive, and Escudero tried to get up, tried to get back to his feet, but after initially, when he kind of crunched a little bit to begin to get up, you saw his body just wasn't responding to his will. So hell of a win from George. We'll see what happens with him. You heard on the telecast, or maybe it was in the post-fight press conference. The Charlo, one of the Charlos tweeted something about George being a lion and wanting to get him on the team somehow. So that's real dope for George to come back in this situation, coming off of the upset that that many didn't think he won, to prove himself that he was the better man, the better fighter, and to win in that fashion, explosive fashion. I don't know if he, they had him down 79, 73, 77, 75, and then he was up 79, 73 on one card. So that was kind of interesting. In the co-main event, Rais Salim against Marcus Bates, a 10th round TKO for Aleem. Bates was countering well early. Aleem was a little aggressive. Seemed like he was making some mistakes, but he quickly adjusted and started attacking more smartly. And then getting to the third, fourth, fifth round, he was hitting him with that right to the body, with the right hand to the body, which was kind of a awkward shot. I mean, more than it was a straight right. Usually you're thinking the left hook to the body or right hooks, but he was kind of just double and triple jabbing, and then you know, as Bates would turn with that, you know, with his left or to his left a little bit, you know, Aleem was just touching him with that right hand to the body. And by the end of it, you know, he was just a sharper fighter, man. He was working him with both hands, getting in and out, feinting, uppercuts. You know, he was unloaded his whole arsenal. And then, you know, after Bates was shaking his hand out for a couple of rounds, his right hand showing that it was hurt, there in that 10th round, Aleem threw that left hook that landed, you know, in the middle of the forearm or elbow area, and Bates turned away like he was just in pain, and that was the end of the fight. Gary Rosado, the referee, called an end to it. The Leo fight, Angelo Leo against Tremaine Williams. Williams started out great, you know, countering, being slick, being sharp. But Leo, you know, he overcame the frustration. Didn't get really frustrated. You know, third and fourth round, decided to mix it up, make it more physical, and just mix it up and assert himself. And then in the fifth and sixth round, he bit down, you know, and just got inside, just throwing shots. And it was crazy because both guys were tucked so well, and both guys were, you know, at risk of throwing low blows, but Leo couldn't, you know, he wasn't having success fighting from the outside. And, you know, that was the only way to go get it, was to go get it. And so that's what he did. Unanimous decision, 118 to 110 on two cards, 117 to 111 on the other. He dominated the last 6-7 rounds of the fight. Nice pressure. And just like I said, that's that. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to go to my questions that I was able to ask Angelo Leo. And I'm going to turn this around really quickly so that the sound is best. Here's my questions to the new WBO Super Bantamweight champion, Angelo Leo.
Reggie Woodson. Reggie?
Hey, congratulations, Leo, and a hell of a fight.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Hey, what was your level of frustration through the first round or two, and did you get ahead of yourself at all, or you know how'd you maintain focus?
You know, that was part of the game plan. You know, usually I feel like the fighter in the first couple rounds. I knew he was going to come off fast like that. My training knew he was going to come off fast like that. So we kind of expected it. It was nothing out of the ordinary, and I just stuck to the game plan and kept, you know, pressing and pressing and pressing.
Okay. Were you shocked, you know, as the fight was slipping away for him? Were you shocked that it didn't seem like he came into the rounds with any heightened sense of urgency? His jab didn't, you know, become anything serious. Did that kind of shock you a bit?
Not really. You know, I just kind of did what I had to do in there. You know, I wasn't really focused on what he was throwing. I know he wasn't throwing as much punches, and when I seen that he wasn't throwing a lot of punches, I kept pressing him and pressing him. You know.
All right. Last question. What did you think of Doc's? Everybody's a little less sharp right now with the break that we've had. It's a chance for weird things to happen. But you know, what was your reaction to Doc's handling of the low blow situation in the sixth when you were starting to gain your momentum?
You know, I thought at first he was going to take a point away. But then he just warned me. So, you know, I knew I couldn't. I just had to keep him up a little bit. He had his trunks a little high. I just had to keep him up a little bit. But that wasn't going to discourage me from throwing body shots.
All right. Congratulations again, man. Great fight.
Thank you.
Okay, Reggie, thank you.
All right. So that's new WBO Super Bantamweight champion. He also mentioned on there that he had 180 days to face Stephen Fulton Jr., cool boy Steph. And again, man, this is why I like this level of boxing way more than the high level stuff. These guys take what they got to do. You know, he was supposed to face Stephen Fulton Jr. tonight. 48 hours before that, they tell him, well, nah, you're fighting in southpaw. Dude that's what it is. You do it. Now the WBO tells him, you have 180 days to face another top 3 fighter, the guy that you were supposed to fight. And we'll see if that gets done. And it's not all this bullshit and this waiting around and all of this other stuff that people honestly don't have time for. Intelligent people, with all the options, the other sports options that are out there, people don't have time for this bullshit. And we'll see what happens here. Of course, it does have to get worked out. But in these other situations, they rarely even threaten to even take titles, and strip guys. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, Bite Down Boxing. I hope you enjoyed the Showtime Championship boxing with Abner Mares on the call with the rest of the team, Mauro, and I always forget the other cat's name for some reason. But anyway, Bite Down Boxing. Don't let them count you out. Pay me no mind. Sports and entertainment. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Peace.